So we're at a cemetery, downtown Albuquerque. It's a beautiful fountain. Check out this guy. Look at his picture in there. Beautiful fountain. This one's got some Halloween decorations on it. He only lived 4 years. Cute little guy. You know, the whole point of me coming to a cemetery, sure, it's that time of the year for freaky, creepy things. Check this one out. Cute little guy, only lived a year and a few months. Beautiful gravesite for him. Life is really fragile, and sometimes you take it for granted. Lots of common names here: Argyle, Elliott, Ricketts, Garcia, Miller. Life is very precious. It can be taken away in a heartbeat. Most of us take it for granted every day, every week, every month. Another beautiful fountain. It's another little guy. He only made it to 18. Here's how fragile I feel life is. This huge cemetery, probably one of the biggest ones in Albuquerque. It's city blocks long and city blocks wide. Here's how precious life is, how fragile it is. I feel that life is no more fragile than an ant crossing a busy sidewalk. Someone can come and step on you just like that, and it's all over. Just like that. No warning. Surprise, surprise. It's all gone. Every moment of the day, of every day, is very, very precious. And we should respect that and honor that. Gallegos. Because you never know when it can all be over. Whether it be a natural disaster, an auto accident, can end just as quickly as an ant crossing a very busy sidewalk. And you never know. You never know. This place is huge. It holds many of the dead. Yeah, even a big cemetery like this, there's even a few empty spaces. So many plots here. Bogart family. Some of these people wish to be buried next to their loved ones. Some on a spot underneath a tree. 1892. to 1953. It's a pretty old one. (1876). Look at that. That's history, man. Imagine the stories those people had to tell about times. 1881. Just think if those people could talk, the stories they'd tell you. A lot of these are in the 1880s here. Their challenges in life might have seemed tougher back in those days to some. But in today's world, I feel there's many more challenges than there was back then. Life back in those days was, you worked hard to get somewhere. Kind of like the Little House on the Prairie days. You worked really hard to get somewhere. You helped your neighbors. Life wasn't a struggle, although some might say it was. The odds weren't really stacked against you like they are today, although some might say they were. Hickenbottom. Torres. Trujillo. Sullivan. Frank. Gibson. Most of these people in this cemetery just have either the standard issue military copper plate if you served, or some just have a small gravestone that doesn't stick above the ground. I came to the area that had the biggest at first. But in reality, it doesn't matter how big of a gravestone you have. It really doesn't. What matters is what you gave in that life, what you offered to others. I think the fountain idea is really cool. There's a robin. The robin's pretty big. There's a fresh rose. They just died February. Elliot barely lived 4 years. Sadly missed, obviously. It's kind of sad when you think about it. Some of these people lose their loved ones, their babies, before they even got too old. Could have been by a disease. Could have been a stray bullet. There's lots of different reasons why we die. But the whole thing is, life is short. Respect those that love you. Respect those that admire you. Respect those that you don't even know. I feel, that's my opinion, that our purpose on this planet is to grow in a positive manner, to be nice to others, so that we can offer the absolute best of ourselves to others so they can continue to grow. But you know, sometimes we forget all about that. We forget how to love unconditionally. People want to divide or have hatred towards different racial groups or different choices that some people make. And that's wrong. I mean, just read the 10 Commandments. If you don't know anything about the Bible whatsoever, at least read the 10 Commandments. Those are the rules that we're supposed to live by. Those are the rules that a lot of laws were first created by. In God we trust. Thou shalt not harm thy neighbor. Spread love, not hate. Because this is what you're going to get. Your life will be shortened if you start hating too much. This is what you'll get. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Why? To prove to us that there's life after death. And there's other reasons too. Campbell, Anderson, Taylor, Ashman. Some were only here for a few minutes or a few years, and some lived 80, 90 years and more. I have a great-grandmother that lived 107 years on my father's side. Some say it might have only been 104. So there wasn't proper records back in those days like there is today. But none of that matters. What matters is that we're here to spread happiness and joy to others. Barbara Phillips, Emma Stewart, Harry Culver, Marjorie Kohler, Krimmer, Hensley, Henley. You know, they set up places like this to bury the dead so we can remember the dead. To pay honor and for memories. But I'm a total stranger to this place. None of these people mean anything to me. But I'm still here. Why? Because I'm respecting life. Life goes on after people pass. And those memories will hurt once they're gone, if they were close to us or had any meaning or significance to us. Poor kid, barely made 18. So, I just wanted to take a few minutes for you to think about that. Surely, it's not as many minutes as I took to drive here out of my way to make this video. So if it seems boring or doesn't have much meaning to you, think about that. I took more time out of my day than you did to watch it. Because it means a lot to spread this word. Sometimes it makes you wonder if the dearly departed even realize how much they're missed and loved. He had a nickname of Rhino. Again, he just turned 18 in a few more months. I'll do a little panoramic so you can see how big this place is. A lot of these folks couldn't afford big gravestones. They just got little plates in the ground. And that's okay. You go to some older cemeteries, you won't even find this. You might find a rock, or a tree was planted, or a pile of rocks. That's what they did in the old days in the 1800s. Some of these people end up getting cremated, and places like these profit huge amounts of money, even on a simple cremation, or charge the state for it. We bury our dead for memories of all the good that they brought to us. I just wanted you to think about it. how quick life can be over. Kind of like when I had that tire blowout. God carried me to the side of the road that day. I could have hurt others. I could have been hurt. My life could have been over. Just like several times. Because I've been on the road. Or when I witness other people's shortcomings. You know, you can't see those little plots on the ground like they are right here, but they extend all the way up that hill. That's all I got to say, guys. Take care. Respect the people while they're alive today, because once they're gone, you can't show them how much your heart really expands out to them.